Well, just being first and foremost exposed to those incredibly beautiful and sacred places with regard to the Native American Canyon de Chelly, Monument Valley, all these wonderful places that we were invited into. But the film itself, each time that you dive into a film, especially with an incredibly creative team, that you can toss things around and turn things inside out here and there during the scenes, and everyone's ready for it. That's kind of it's the most fun of making any film is the process. Everything else afterwards is sort of, I don't know, extra. But the process of making the film was an absolute gas. It was grueling for all of us. It was 1,000,000 degrees, but every day was an adventure. Aside from the fact that it's a super fun, a really great and fun film, it was more of a a love letter, but with it, and a message, but within the context of the film, laced throughout the sort of ride, the entertainment and the madness. Jerry is in the great tradition of real producers, people such as a dear friend who to a few of us who we lost last year, Richard Zanuck, was a producer. He protected the director. He protected the interests of the film. He stood tall and solid for the film, and that's what Jerry has done every time out of the gate. He stands tall. He's there every day. He has not only wonderful creative input, but also a great sense of story, and he's a great asset to the creative process. That's a rare thing in Hollywood, because the snacks table becomes infinitely more important to most producers.
Well, it's really about the camaraderie and the fact that I got to work with Gorrigan and Johnny, and bringing Ruth and Army along for the ride was a blast. And some of the nights in Canyon de Chelly, around the campfire, and they broke out the guitars and started singing. So just to be a part of that, kind of summer camp with this amazing group and the crew that worked with us. So that was the real fun of making The Lone Ranger. And as I said, it shows on screen. You can tell that Army and Johnny just got along great and had a blast doing and making the movie. I think the same thing. I think we all want somebody to ride in with a white horse and a white hat and save us from things we don't want to deal with. I think everybody kind of wants that kind of feeling when somebody takes the pressure off of you or rights the wrongs that have been done to you, and that's the Lone Ranger and Tonto. That's what they do. Well, I sort of think that the story should be told, and I'm glad we got a chance to tell it, to set the record straight and make Tonto more of a heroic character than a sidekick in the past, somebody who was more of a servant to the Lone Ranger, and what has happened to the Native Americans, although it's changed quite a bit now, to give a little history in there too. I think it's nice to balance the humor and the fun and fun summer with something that gets a little deeper. So I felt that was a nice thing for us to say.